Hello everyone and welcome to another math video. Today we're going to be looking at how to put fractions and decimals in order from least to greatest and greatest to least. The fancy math way would be to say we're going to be putting rational numbers in order. Just a reminder that this is the full lesson version of this video where we're going to go in depth. We're going to do a bunch of examples. If you would like a shorter version, where we go a bit faster, we only cover a few examples, I will link that in the description below. Before attempting this lesson, you should already know how to compare mixed numbers and improper fractions, which if you want a refresher on that, I will link that in the description below. All right, so let's take a look here. For this problem, it says put these numbers in order from least to greatest, and it's important to pay attention because they will switch that on you. And I wrote a reminder down here. Okay, this is from a long time ago, but negative numbers are always smaller than positive numbers. Okay, negative numbers are always smaller. If you reverse that, you could say that positive numbers are always bigger than negative numbers. That would also be true. So you notice that it says put these numbers in order from least to greatest, and I have one negative number. Well, the negative number has to be the smallest, right? Because negative numbers are always smaller. And so negative 12.84 is our smallest number. And then for the rest of these, if we convert these to fractions, this would be 0.96. This would be 12.8. Okay? And so from there, we should know how to compare these, right? We covered this in the previous video. So the next biggest number on the list, and actually, before we make the list, if you put them on the number line, right, this helps some people. So negative 12.84 would be somewhere out here. Then we've got 12.65 positive, so 12.65 positive. We've got 0.96, so that's in here. 0.96. We've got 12.8, which is a little bit further. This is 12.8, and just the number 12, right? Just the number 12. And so least to greatest would just mean we go from the left to the right. Okay, so 0.96. The next number is 12. Then we have 12.65. And then we have 12.8. Now for the answer though, I would put them back the way they started. So for example, instead of writing 0.96, I would put 24 over 25. Converting the decimal just makes it sort of easier to see. And so let's keep going. Here's our cool clock for today, which means that it's time for you to practice what you just learned. Go ahead and pause the video and try these two problems on your own. And when you're ready to check your answers, you can unpause the video. Okay, now that you've had a chance to work these problems, let's take a look here. For this problem, call this number one, it says put these numbers in order from greatest to least. So again, there is one negative number, so I know it's the smallest. So negative 10 is going to be the very end. 7 divided by 28 as a decimal is 0.25. Again, you can do that in your head, type it in a calculator, do it by hand. That's up to you. And then we have 0.56. So the greatest number here is 0.56, 0.25, and last number is negative 10. For number two, again, only one negative number, and it says least to greatest, so the first number in the list should be negative 90.375. Then the next number should have been 0.525, then 0.625, and the greatest number in this list is 90.275. Okay, for this problem, you'll notice that we have two negatives, one positive. So right off the bat, remember that a positive is bigger than a negatives, so this should be the greatest number, right? So at the end of my list is going to be 6 2/8. Okay, if we wanted that as a decimal, it's 6.25. Now, for negative 6.56 and negative 6.75, if we put these on a number line, negative 6.56 might be here. Okay, let's call that negative 6.56. And then let's use a different color. Negative 6.75 would be somewhere in here. This is negative 6.75. And we've talked about this before, that the further left you go, the smaller the number, right, on a number line. And so it seems weird, but negative 6.75 is actually the smallest number here. You know, if they were positives, it'd be reversed, but these are negatives, okay? So it's sort of flip-flopped. So our smallest number, because it's the furthest left on the number line, is negative 6.75. Then we have negative 6.56, and finally our biggest number is 6 2/8. Okay, it's time for you to practice what you just learned. Go ahead and pause the video and try these two problems on your own. And when you're ready, go ahead and unpause the video and we will check your solutions. Okay, now that you've had a chance to work these problems, let's check your answers. For this first problem, the biggest number has to be the positive, so this is going to go at the end of my list, 12/30. Negative 6 divided by 10 is negative 0.6, and this is negative 7.8. If I were to put that on the number line, negative 7.8 would be here, and negative 0.6 would be somewhere in here. So the smallest number, the number on the left, is negative 7 8/10, and the one in the middle is negative 6/10, and the biggest number is the positive, 12/30. For the second problem, the biggest number is 7 3/15, because it's a positive number. Done with that one. For the other two, this is, let's see, negative 7.5. And this is negative 7.9. And so if I were to put those on the number line, 7.9 is here, 7.5 is here. And so negative 7.9 is further left, so it's smaller. So this should go negative 7 27/30. And then negative 7 7/14. And then finally, 7 3/15 is the biggest. All right, that is it for today. I hope you all have a good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night.